Hello everyone, in this short video I will go through the week 11 exercise of Microsoft Excel. So if you open that folder, we have the instructions, we have the skeleton which is the input Excel file, and then we have the solution as well. Now there are some announcements which your instructor will go through during the class. For now, let's begin the exercise. The first few steps, they are related to the basic formatting that we do. You have to merge and center the cells A1 to D2 and apply wrap text. So I will select A1 to D2, these are the cells, and I will apply merge and center and wrap text. And then it says apply middle and center alignment to the cells from A1 to D24. So from A1 to D24 I have to apply middle, it's already middle, and center and alignment. Then we have to apply conditional formatting to the cells A4 to B24. So I will select A4 to B24, these are the cells, and I have to highlight the values which are between 0.1 and 0.5 using blue fill and white text color. So I will select these cells and then I will go to conditional formatting, and from here I can choose in the highlight rules the between option, and here I can provide the values between 0.1 and 0.5 to provide custom formatting. So you will go to the custom format option. From here you can choose the font color which is white, and for the fill color option you can choose the blue which is required according to the exercise, and I can press OK and then press OK one more time. So that is your second step. Then it says color and add borders according to the output. So let me show you the output and we will color according to the requirement. You can see here we have yellow background color for the title of this table, probability of events and growth rate, and then green background color for the labels. So let's see here, I can click on the main heading and I can apply the yellow fill color. For the labels here and E1 to E2 I can apply the green fill color option, and then for the borders, once again, I will first change the color and the type of the border. The type is dashed border and the color is blue. So first in the borders button menu, I will change the line color to blue, and I will change the line style to this dashed border. And after that I can apply all borders option because I want to apply to all the cells. So here I will select the cells from A1 to D24 and E1 to F2, and then just click on the all borders button. It will apply the borders. The formatting that you see here, these are the icon sets conditional formatting. We will apply that later after completing the calculations in the exercise. So let's go back to the instructions. It says format cells C4 to C24 with scientific format and 1 decimal place. So C4 to C24, I will select the cells. I will go to the number formatting option and choose scientific format with 1 decimal place. And then it says for D4 to D24 I need fraction format with 1 digit. So for D4 to D24 I will go to the number advanced settings. I will choose here fraction format up to 1 digit. Then I can press OK. This will give me the number formatting. Now let's begin the calculations. So I have to calculate the value of events in the cell C4 according to this equation. Now you have to write the equation carefully. We have this lambda to the power constant multiplied by e to the power minus lambda. divided by 125 plus constant. Before I write the equation, first thing I need to identify is the number of inputs. So I need to write down the inputs I have in this equation. So first of all, we have an input called lambda. I need to find out the cell which contains the input lambda. Then I have another input which is constant. The value of the constant I need to also locate. The e that you see here, that's an exponential function. We will use exp for that. Okay, so let's see the value of lambda. The value of lambda is in this cell B4. So I can write it down here. The value of lambda is in B4. The value of constant, you can see here, the label is in E2. The value is in F2. So I can say the constant is in the cell F2. And then after writing the inputs, I need to check which of the inputs are constants. So here, as the name suggests already, constant. So F2 basically should be a constant cell. For the constant, I will use the dollar sign, that is $F$2. Now let's write the equation. So I will start with equal sign. Equal, it says lambda to the power constant. So lambda is a simple variable. It is not an exponential function. So I will simply say B4 power symbol lambda to the power constant. Constant is here F2, and to make it constant I will use the F4 button to put the dollar symbols, multiplied by E. Multiplied by E here is the exponential function, so I will use exp bracket open minus lambda. Negative lambda once again is in cell B4 bracket close, so that is our numerator, divided by, now there is one important thing. If I simply write divide /125 plus constant which is F2 and I put the dollar signs, this will become $F$2. The problem in this equation right now is that it will calculate the power of B4, multiply it by the exponential, and then divide only by 125. You need to separate the numerator and the denominator. So I will use brackets. I will write brackets around the numerator. So here this is our numerator, and then around 125 plus $F$2, I will also put brackets to make sure that this is numerator and denominator are separate. So then I can fill the formula in the rest of the cells. As for the value of decay, let's see, the value of decay is according to this equation, 2 to the power sine x minus cos x divided by e to the power x multiplied by rate. So here once again this is a constant 2 to the power. In that case I will simply write 2 and the power symbol here, and the power is a complete expression, so I will use brackets. So I will say 2 to the power bracket open sine of x. So I will write sine, so I forgot to start with the equal sign, so make sure you start with the equal sign. So equal 2 to the power sine bracket open x. The value of x is already given here in the cell A4, so that is 2 to the power sine of x minus cos of x. So I will say minus cos bracket open x, which is A4 bracket close bracket close. So here this is our numerator, and once again I will put brackets around the numerator just to be sure that my numerator does not get confused with the denominator, divided by the denominator which is e to the power x multiplied by rate. So divided by e, once again we have to use the exponential function, so I will say exp bracket open x multiplied by the rate. X here is once again A4 multiplied by the rate which is in F1, but since rate is constant I will use dollar signs and put the closing bracket for the exponential. So this will give me the value of decay, which is 5/8, and for the remaining cells I can fill the formula. So that is the calculation, and then it says apply conditional formatting to the cells C4 to D24. So I will select C4 to D24 and use 3 traffic lights unrimmed icon set with these rules. Now if you want to make a custom rule, you can go to the conditional formatting and define a new rule. And in the new rule, I need the icon sets. So I will go to the icon sets and we will choose the one that we need. This one is already 3 traffic lights unrimmed icon set, and I can control the values. So here what I have to do according to the exercise, green light should be for when the number is greater or equal to 0.5, yellow light for the number greater or equal to 0.2. So first I will change the type here to number and greater or equal to 0.5 for the green traffic light, and then again I will change here to number, and for the yellow it was, let me check again, for the yellow it's greater or equal to 2. So here I will put greater or equal 0.2 and then I will press OK. That will apply the conditional formatting. Next I have to select the data in the range A4 to A24, D4 to D24. So A4 to A24 and D4 to D24, I have selected the data and I have to insert a scatter plot with smooth line and markers. So I will go to insert and I will choose the scatter plot here with smooth line and markers, and now I will control the chart according to the requirement. It says use chart style 8, so I will select chart style 8 first of all. This is 6, this is 8, this is 6. Once again, this is chart style 8, but I think in the output the number here is different. So yeah, let me choose this one. So let's choose this chart style here, and then what we will do is, let's see, we will change the requirements one by one. So here it says format the chart as shown. X-axis should be from -1 to +1 with a major unit of 0.4. So let's do that, -1 to +1. So I will go to the format tab and I will select the horizontal axis and format the selection, and here I can set minimum to -1, maximum to +1 with a major unit which is the step size of 0.4. So the x-axis looks like the output. Then the y-axis should be from 0.4 to 0.8 with the step size of 0.1. So let us do that. I will now select vertical axis. I will change from 0.4 to 0.8 with the step size of 0.1. But notice the numbers here, they are in fraction format, so I need to change the number formatting to number with 1 decimal place with position low. So I will find the number option here in the format axis and I will change it to number with 1 decimal place, and I will also change the position of the label to low. So it looks like this. Then use line color red, marker shape diamond, size 10, and fill color green. So let's make the changes for that. So first what I will do is I will again now select the data points. So I will select the series 1 here that we have, and then I will format the selection and I will go to the bucket symbol here, and here we will change the first line color. Let's change it to red, which was required. Then if you scroll up, you will see the marker options. I will change the marker options to built-in. I will change it to diamond shape, size 10 according to the instruction. Let's see. And the fill color of the marker should be green. So I will go to the fill option of the marker and change the color to green. So it looks like this. And I have to add x-axis and y-axis title and legend entry decay to the chart. So To enable the chart X and Y axis titles, I will go to the chart design, and from the chart elements I will choose to enable the horizontal axis title and vertical axis title. As for the legend, I need to enable the legend entry, so I will go to the axis chart elements, and again now I will enable the legend. Let's see the position where the legend entry is needed according to the output. It should be on the right side here. So I will add chart element legend entry to the right side, and to change the name of the legend entry, what I will do is I will go to select data, and here I can change the series 1 name by clicking on edit and change the name to decay. And press OK. As for the axis titles, you can provide the titles according to the output. Excel exercise 3, your ID, your section number for the axis titles. So here I will type Excel exercise 3. The x-axis title should be your ID, whatever your ID is, and the y-axis title you can select and provide your section number, whatever the section number is. So that is how you can edit the chart according to the output requirement. And the last few steps are related to advanced functions. Here we have to use VLOOKUP to answer the question in the cell O2. So I will go to sheet number 2 first of all. So I will click on the sheet 2 button here, and let's first of all look at the size of our data. It starts from A2 until, let me close the format shape button here. So here we have 500 entries up to 500 rows. So the first question in the cell O2, I have to give the answer, that is, what is the total revenue of Nora Carroll? I will go to the FX button. I will search for VLOOKUP function here. As it is written in the exercise, I have to use this function to answer. So here I will use VLOOKUP and press OK. It will open the input arguments of this function, and here the lookup value once again is the information that you are searching for in the first column of the full table. So in our first column of this table that we have, that is our customer names, and the customer name I'm searching for is Nora Carroll. So I will type here Nora Carroll. The table, it starts from the cell A2 up to I. We saw we have 500 rows, so I will say up to I 500, and then the column index number is the entry that we need according to the question. So when I give this table to this worksheet, to this function VLOOKUP, what the function will do is it will number the columns. So A will become column 1, this will become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns. I'm looking for total revenue. Total revenue is column number 9, so I will put 9 here, and the range lookup will be false when we are searching. That will give me the answer 976,457.9. Then the next question I have to answer using COUNTIFs in O6. So here let's see how many customers have units sold between 200 to 250 and total revenue less than, this is 10,000, I think 10 to the power 6. So let's see, we will use FX button again. Now this time I will search for the COUNTIFs function, and here for every condition we need 2 inputs. We have basically 3 conditions here. One is that the units sold are greater than 200. The second condition is the units sold are less than 250. The third condition is the total revenue is less than this number. So what I will do is, first I will provide the range, the data range for the units sold. Units sold is column F. So I will write the data range, which is from F2 up to the last entry. According to the number of rows, we have 500 rows, so F2 to F500. The first criteria is greater than 200. The second criteria is for the same data range F2 to F500 less than 250. The third data range is for total revenue. Total revenue is in column I2. So from I2 to I500. And now for the criteria, once again you can scroll down for the next criteria. So the criteria for this total revenue is it should be less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This number. So if I press OK, I will get the answer 20. So here you see the answer is 20 also, 976,457.9. So this is correct. Let us do the if function now. So I have to use the if function to do the grading based on these conditions. If the unit price is greater or equal to 500, the rating is diamond. If it is greater or equal to 300, the rating is gold. Otherwise it is silver. Before we do the grading, once again, before we use the if function, make sure the list separator in the function is a comma. So for example, if I write equal if I write this in this cell here, if I write equal if bracket open, it will show me the preview of how the inputs should be given. And you can see here the separator, in my case it is comma. So make sure you have the comma as a separator. If you don't have, if you have semicolon, in that case you can search for intl.cpl command. You can press enter. It will open the region settings. You can go to the additional settings, and here make sure that in the list separator option you have a comma. If it's a semicolon, you can replace it with a comma, apply and restart Microsoft Excel. Your functions will use comma as the separator. So now let's do the test. So here our first condition is that the unit price, which is here G2, if it is greater equal to 500, let me check to be sure. Yeah, if it is greater equal to 500, comma, double quotes, my answer is diamond in double quotes. Otherwise I still have two options left, so I will use another if function here. So I will say comma if bracket open. Now my second condition, if G2 is greater equal to 300. Let me check to be sure. Yeah, if it is greater equal to 300, in that case comma, double quotes, my answer is gold in double quotes. Otherwise, after the comma in double quotes, my answer is silver. And then I can put two closing brackets, one for the inner if function, the second for the outer if function. And for the remaining cells, I can fill the formula downwards. And let me increase the width of the column. Now, for the grade using VLOOKUP, this is the last part. We have to use this lookup table, and you can see here in this lookup table the grading is based on unit price. So I will go to the FX button by clicking on K2 first and then on FX button and open VLOOKUP one more time. And here, since the grading is based on unit price and I need to do the grade of the first customer, so the lookup value is once again the unit price of the first customer. The first customer's unit price is in the cell G2. So this is what I am searching in the lookup table for the first customer. And then the table array will be this lookup table which I want to use for grading. And since I want it to remain fixed, I will use the dollar signs. So I will put $L$12 colon $M$17. And now once I find the approximate value for the first customer's unit price in this column, I need the grade, which will be column number 2. So I will put 2 as the third input, and once again the range lookup here will be true now, because there is no exact. For example, in the first customer case, in the first customer the unit price is 651. There is no exact 651 here, so we will do the approximate search. So I will write true here and then I will press OK. That will do the grading as diamond. For the remaining cells I can fill the formula one more time. So that's the end of this exercise. So I hope it will help you prepare for the Excel exam. Thank you everyone.